Okay, guys, why am I showing my tail light, and what's so remarkable about it is for the last day or two, it's been on all the time. Um, I would drive it, then I would park it, and I have a kill switch on the negative side of my battery where I can disconnect it. And I was doing that because these lights were staying on all the time. I didn't know it would drain my battery. It really doesn't matter. I have a battery charger, or like battery charger slash jump box, and I'm running around with enough electricity in this van to jump 30 batteries. So it's not like it's a big issue, but it's also a safety issue. It was staying on all the time. The hazard lights wouldn't work, so it would not work as a brake light. So it's been on for 2 days, and what's different today? Let me go over here, and this is the other one showing it's also off. Now the reason that's remarkable is for, like I said, for 2 days they had been on, and I was really starting to curse my luck and says, okay, they worked on electrical system on this thing. What if they F up when they fix the major problem? Is there a minor problem here that's going to require another diagnosis? It didn't. At least it doesn't appear it has, because right now the car is the negative on the battery is not flipped, so the battery is fully engaged. And look, down here is my brake pedal. So what I did to address this is I took some WD-40. I have some normal WD-40 around here, but I couldn't find it. That's a lot. As you know, and you've seen my videos, organization is not my strong point. But up here you see it's covered in goo. That was from this. I couldn't find my standard, but I did have this. Some gel lubricant spray and stay. So I bathed that little sensor up there that turns the brake light on and off, and then hit the brake a few times, and voila, my problem went away. So I'm glad that didn't cost me anything. The worst would have happened. I would have had to drive over to Advanced Auto Parts or AutoZone or any of the other O'Reilly's. I don't have any preference. And I would have had to get that little switch, that little brake switch, and replace it. And every time I do that, I think I'm gonna screw something else up, and quite often I did. For example, getting back up here, when I cleaned out the throttle body for the third time, because I didn't do it right the first couple of times. When I cleared the throttle body for the first couple of times, you might see it back here. There's a couple of pull ties holding auxiliary cable. You can see a little bit of it there, but it is not in any way in the path of the throttle cable, so the throttle won't hang. But I had an auxiliary cable that came loose. The plastic just disintegrated when I touched it. That's one thing about an old vehicle. Anything that's plastic, you see that little white pull tie. I'm going to cut that little end off. Anyway, anything that's plastic, it degenerates over a period of time. And that was it. That was my kill switch. And if I park in certain neighborhoods, or I'm out of sight of my van, I will flip that just to make it a little bit more involved if somebody does want to rip off the van. Now, they can still break into the van, and the stuff in there is worth more than the van itself, so probably a pointless activity. But just want to give you a quick rundown on what's been going on. So anyway, that pull tie is holding it satisfactorily, so, and then I'll probably have that repaired eventually. But between paychecks, I do not want to spend $300 or $400 on another repair. And assuming that stands up, and I'm going to check it daily and make sure it does, then I'm going to live with that for a while. And it's an old van. My dad worked on old vans. Old vans are usually put together with gum and tissue paper. I've got a pull tie here that's holding up a little hose down there that was going very close to one of my belts. So I just wanted to hold it up. And that's a big, it's what we call a big A pull tab. Pull tie, I mean pull tab, pull tie. So, you know, an old van is always, he has connectors that don't connect to anything that must not be important because it doesn't affect my life. Wish I had a good schematic that an idiot can read. Not that I'm an idiot in general. I am an idiot with schematics. I might be an idiot in general, according to several ex-girlfriends, but all of them are still my friends. So I might have been dumb, but I'm a nice guy. Famous last words. In any case, I will talk to you later, and we'll get back doing what we've been doing. Trying to figure out where I'm going to stay tonight. Probably back at that Walmart. I stayed there last night. I'm getting there real late after dark and leaving real early, so I don't. And I changed my position. I can also go across the street, and there's a and go over there. So, you know, so they got alternatives. Anyway, talk to you later.